All right, so boom, 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 boom. Here's what we got going on. New York drill lyrics that really happened. Someone put me onto this. Told me I should
These
watch
are the
it.
most disrespectful New York drill lyrics that really happened. And first up, we have a bar from Warzone by UG's because he says, Noah got stomped like Smelly got poked. UG's is a rapper from the YGs, and in this bar, he's dissing two of his dead ops, Noah and Smelly. On April 16th, 2012, NOG's affiliate named Moses Laura, aka Noah, was beaten to death outside the Melrose housing projects. Witnesses say a group of
Damn.
YG members got drunk and started arguing about who was the biggest savage in the gang, and they couldn't agree on who put in the most work. So to find out, they decided to head over to the ops territory. When they got there, they saw 16-year-old Noah and attacked him. He was surrounded by a group and badly beaten up in front of a crowd of 15 to 20 people.
I ain't gonna lie. For that to be the reason why I got done in because y'all was just arguing to see who put in the most work. Woo. Nah, that's tough.
Noah had serious injuries to the head and neck and was rushed to the hospital, but later pronounced dead. Noah was well loved in his neighborhood. Many said he was a good kid who just hung out with the wrong crowd. His brutal death shocked the neighborhood and made the beef between the OGs and YGs 10 times worse. And not long after Noah's death, a 23-year-old YGs member named William Bracy was sentenced to 33 years in prison for Noah's death. But Noah was the only one that UGs dissed in Warzone because he took shots at Smelly, one of Lil TJ's close friends. Smelly and Lil TJ grew up together in the Bronx. On August 14, 2016, Smelly sold a dirt bike to a dude named Hector Sanchez. Smelly offered to sell Hector the bike for $80, even though it was worth way more. Hector agreed to buy the bike and paid him the $80. But about 10 minutes later, Smelly returned with a large group and demanded the bike back. Hector refused to give it back, so a fight broke out, and Smelly punched Hector multiple times. Hector then pulled out a knife and stabbed Smelly multiple times in the chest. He was rushed to the hospital, but already lost too much blood and died from his injuries. After that, Lil TJ and his homies started going by the name Smelly Gang to pay respect to him. But if you thought that bar was crazy, the next rapper made fun of his op for getting a wedgie. Because on Wedgie Man, D-Thang says, Jiggy Man got shot and he should have died. And in this bar,
wedgie is crazy.
Shots at Shy K, aka Jiggy.
Ain't no way somebody gonna give me a wedgie and get away with it. I ain't gonna hold you as a grown ass man or a teen, whatever you want to call it. A wedgie, insane.
Man, to Shy
And
K
fucking
dissed him
insane.
and his gang a ton. So in this bar, D-Thang suggests that Shy K got shot for his constant dissing. And word on the streets is he got shot in 2020 by a female YG member. Shy K basically confirms this in an interview when the interviewer brings up the situation and asks him whether or not it's true. Shy K doesn't confirm or deny it, but just shakes his head and smiles.
It was a rumor saying that you got shot. Is that true?
You know, you know.
Wouldn't that make you want to stop doing all the diss tracks, being that, you know?
I got shot.
Yeah, you don't want
I don't
to
know that.
self at the risk no more.
Motivated me.
That shit is crazy. Ain't no way me getting shot gonna motivate me.
Another one of Shy K's ops
Crazy?
also made fun of Shy K for getting shot by a girl in one of his unreleased songs. Because on the track, he screams out, Shy K got shot by a dyke. But now, let's go back to D-Thang, because the actual title of the track, Wedgie Man, is also dissing Shy K, who went viral after one of his partners gave him a wedgie while hanging out on the block. After that, his ops started calling him Wedgie Man instead of Jiggy Man to hurt his reputation in the streets. And we can't talk about Shy K without mentioning when he dissed D-Thang and his gang. Because on D&D, Shy K says, it's a whole lot of ops I could smoke, but I'd rather just smoke on Delilah. In this bar, Shy is talking about a girl named Delilah, a close friend of D-Thang, who was killed in March 2021. Delilah was hit in the head while at an abandoned apartment in the Norwood neighborhood about 10 blocks from where she grew up. Witnesses said a gun was tossed out the window after the shooting, and several people believed to be blood members exited the building. Police got there and rushed Delilah to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. The cops later said that the apartment was a spot where gang members hung out. Delilah wasn't affiliated with any gangs, but knew several members, including D-Thang. Police arrested multiple people who were inside the apartment and brought them in for questioning. However, the killers are still on the run. So in this bar, Shy K dissed his ops by taking shots at his dead friend. This next rapper dissed his ops after he saw him in public and wasn't ready for action. Because in Power, K-Flock says, rah rah, he saw me, he ain't let it clap. K-Flock is from a gang called Sevside, who are also known to beef with the YGs. So in his bar, he's taking shots at a YG member named Rajiz. K-Flock and Ra were known to beef on IG Live with each other.
You never did nothing to me. You never even, bro, that was my first time seeing you. Bro, you're a cat. You never did nothing.
Beefing on IG Live not crazy? That's really crazy. All that talk, like, I mean, y'all might as well just settle it. Settle it. Why y'all keep going back and forth?
And to me though, really did never did that. I really did Doug, you know, what about my mother?
But K-Flock eventually ran into Raw in public and claimed that Raw didn't want the smoke. Because there's even a video of K-Flock trying to spin on Raw while on IG Live.
You know what I do? Bro, Dave, I'm trying to spin. Look how comfortable I am on this block. I'm all in there.
Not long after the alleged incident, Rajiz went live on IG and told K-Flock to pull up, claiming he never saw him and that he was ready for whatever.
Somebody tag K-Flock. Somebody tag K-Flock. It's not playing him. Come right back. It's outside right now as we speak. You coming through hot and on live, blocking off your lives from the see it. Like, what's up? Pop out. We outside here. Yo, K-Flock, pop out.
Rob responded to K-Flock's diss on him in real facts and said, "Hey, yo, KK, now let's talk the facts. Anytime that they threw, I threw back." Basically, letting it be known that anytime someone sends shots at him, he sent them right back their way. But sadly, Rajiz died just a few weeks later while getting into an Uber. On July 11th, 2021, the rapper was on his way to the studio when two men on scooters pulled up on him and started letting off shots. The whole thing was captured on his Uber's driver's dash cam, and the footage quickly went viral on social media. Just a few hours earlier, a 13-year-old member of the Rolling 80s Crips named Jarian Elliott was killed, and Rajiz has supposedly made fun of Jarian on social media, and the payback was immediate. Now we have another bar from K-Flock, because in War, he also says, "You ran on Wu Lati, get back." And in this bar, he raps about YG member Wu Lati, who was killed in 2020. Wu Lati grew up in one of the wildest projects in the Bronx. He was a well-respected member of the YGs and D-Thang's right-hand man. On April 7th, 2020, Wu Lati and a few other YGs members were walking through the Sugar Hill neighborhood in Harlem until they were spotted by their ops, who were ready for war. Around 1 a.m., a black rental car pulled up and 8 dudes hopped out of the V with broomsticks and knives. The YGs tried to run away.
Yo, that's one thing I just will never understand. What is it with the broomsticks and knives? Why broomsticks? Broomsticks? Like I can't imagine getting my ass beat by broomsticks. I just don't understand it.
He tripped and fell. He got caught by the mob and was beaten with the metal trash can and poked to death, all while the other YG members ran away.
Beaten with a metal trash can and poked to death? Nah, not they picked up the sanitation trash cans and let them have it.
So in this bar, K-Flock is making fun of them for running off and leaving their man for dead. K-Flock also disses Wu Lati on his song, "What Y'all Wanna Do?" when he says, "Ran and he tripped out his shoes. Been through the hill like, what y'all wanna do?" Wu Lati's death was a major loss for the YGs, and after that, a few members pulled up to the ops neighborhood to let it be known they wanted revenge. Not long after Wu Lati's death, one of his ops, Ty Benji, went online to celebrate. Ty ended up getting hit just a few months later, and many think that it was payback for him dissing Wu Lati. Subscribe real quick if you're enjoying this video. But now, let's move on to a bar from Wu K by MD Kane and Coach the Ghost. Because Coach says he got slapped and went viral. Why y'all believe in dude? And with this bar, he was making fun of Pop Smoke for getting slapped twice on camera back in 2012. Because Pop was chilling outside of a store when a group of Bloods pulled up on him and started slapping him in the face. And he couldn't do much since he was outnumbered. So he walked away before things got worse. But a few years later, Pop was with some of his guys at a gas station in New York when he realized that the guy who slapped him years ago was standing alone inside the gas station. So Pop Smoke caught the dude off guard and threw a punch and knocked him out. As he said, "Remember me? It's Pop Smoke." And Pop and his crew continued to beat the guy and drag the man through and out the store since Pop wanted to do him bad because of what he did back in 2012. On Naughty Bop, Tata from 41 also gets very disrespectful when he says he got poked one time, stopped breathing. His mans left him. He was on the floor bleeding. "I cannot die on a train like Ethan." Tata was dissing 14-year-old Ethan, aka Nadi Osama.
And then using the government. Ethan! Nah, they really did him dirty.
With this bar, because back in July 2022, Nadi spotted one of his ops at the 137th Street City College train station. So Nadi and his homies allegedly pressed the dude, and Nadi hit him with a broomstick. That's when the unnamed 15-year-old pulled out a knife and shanked Nadi at least once. Nadi pushed the dude onto the tracks and tried to run up the stairs, but the knife had hit his organs and he collapsed. He was rushed to a local hospital, but unfortunately, it was too late, and Nadi died from the stab wound. The dude who stabbed him had to be treated for stab wounds too, and then he was arrested for second-degree murder. But after the police saw the video footage allegedly showing Nadi and his gang throwing the first punch, the judge downgraded it to a manslaughter charge. And even though Nadi was young, that didn't stop his ops from dissing him after he died. KFG's hopped on IG Live and said,
Ever like, ever.
Nah, this nigga's chopped.
Can't be in no train station like that stupid naughty, you heard? No transportation, you heard? Say no to no transportation. Word of my mother, why you get poked up in a train station?
Blockwork wrote, sneak diss me, now you dead. God bless though, lil n. And after Kyle Rich dropped Naughty Bop, the song and dance instantly went viral on TikTok. And the point of it was to trick authority figures into dancing to a diss track aimed at a 14-year-old. People were getting police, teachers, and even priests to do the dance without realizing where it came from. And Naughty's brother, Didi, wasn't going to take the disrespect. So he responded to everyone dissing his brother on the song back to back. He said, hey yo, TG, suck my, why you talking on Naughty? JB got hit. Fact. He ran and tripped. The Nazi had died right after J Rip. TG is a dude from DOA, and Didi dissed his homie JB, who died in front of a deli. And Nazi and J Rip were two of K-Flock's friends who got killed. Then he went after more dead ops and sent shots at 41 with the line, still 41K, I'm smoking on Lay, and I'm smoking on Blay. If I catch me a 41, he going away. And click this video on the screen to see why NBA Youngboy isn't dead.
I ain't gonna lie, that life is different. That life is different. Hey, they don't see any life for me. Like every 2 seconds you look,
These are rappers.
They getting bodied, you feel me?